unfortunately, it was a very difficult weekend for Pecco Bagnaia. Cam, you had a theory about this.
I have a theory, and it's beyond just he's fucked, although I do think that is a major component of it. Look, the man is a multi-time world champion, and this season has been strugglelicious, because even if Marquez was going to come in and beat him black and blue, as I thought he would anyway, you'd still want him to at least be second best Ducati.
Right.
Or third best Ducati, because Alex Marquez has been phenomenal this year until really the last 2 months. There's times where he is fourth or fifth best Ducati, and that is deeply, deeply concerning. The points total isn't that far away from where he's tracked in the past couple years. The difference is that was a whole lot of winning, and then occasionally bozo-gening the bike up the road. He hasn't been anywhere. He's not crashing this year, but he also has no pace. The one time he really showed that prodigious Pecco pace was in Mugello, and it took half a race for him to shoot his tires to pieces, and Mark just rode right around him. I think people deeply underestimate how much he and Jorge Martin, and this applies to Martin as well, how much those two would pore over each other's data and use each other to beat each other. Because while they don't have the same riding style, Martin a little bit more flair, a little bit more out of control, Pecco a little bit more, geometric with the way he rides the bike, it was compatible. And you could pore over each other's data, and you could use the other guy to beat the other guy, as he did 2 years ago and as Martin did last year. Dre, what's the Cal Crutchlow line about Marc Marquez's data?
I can completely understand what he's doing. It's impossible to actually replicate.
Yeah, I understand exactly what he's doing. I just can't do it.
Yeah.
And that has been a problem. When we talk about Marc Marquez as one of the last aliens, he really is, in every sense, because he just rides a bike like a fucking weirdo. And you can see that in the way that he rides that bike. And Pecco has no data across from him.
I described it as looking at a wall and applying to break it in two different ways. Pecco Bagnaia is a pickaxe. He's very sensitive to feedback. He likes things a certain way. He's precision. He's very good at picking at a particular spot and then doing his damage that way. Death by 1,000 cuts. He's very smooth, very precise, very proficient. Marc Marquez is a sledgehammer. Through blunt force trauma, physically wrestle a bike into extracting as much performance as possible. Both ways can be just as effective at breaking down a wall, but in the context of what the Ducati GP25 is right now, Marquez is just way more effective at it.
He will abuse 110% out of any motorcycle he throws his leg over, and as long as he doesn't have to go to 120%, like he did probably the last 2 years on Honda, where it just was not sustainable. He not only is going to win, he's probably going to blow the field away doing it,